Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Happy second day of remote learning for you all. This is absolutely crazy. I completely and 100% get that. I know it's not normal for you. It is not normal for us either. This is the world we live in, and we're just going to do the best that we can do. I am on the struggle bus here at my own house as well. My 1-year-old's napping, but you might see the 4-year-old running around the house like a crazy person. So just beware that my house is probably as crazy as yours. Before we get into anything language arts related, I just want to kind of check in, see how you guys are doing, making sure you're taking care of yourself, your health, your mental health. You haven't disappeared into Netflix and TikTok for the while. But I miss you, and I think that is important for you guys to know. I really miss you. I miss your faces. I miss laughing with you. I miss yelling at you. I miss all of those good things. And I miss the things that I didn't think I was going to miss. I miss Katie Whitmore laughing at my really goofy jokes and making me feel better. I miss Audrey Zielinski rolling her eyes at my stupid jokes because they're really not that funny. I miss Garrett breaking one of my rulers on a daily basis. I miss having to tell Roman to use his inside voice. Not that he has one. I miss Owen Stevens telling us TGIF and being super excited that he now knows what it means. I even miss Bailey and Lorelai asking to go to the restroom at the same time when in fact they're really just making a TikTok. So regardless of what you guys are enjoying or maybe missing, I am doing the same here at home. I am missing you as well. So I'm going to kind of transition into what's going to happen over the next few days, weeks, whatever this may turn into. So I'm kind of going to flip to the screen at this point. So first of all, some of you had submitted quotes before we left. So I'm going to find a way to kind of make sure we still use those for all of you who still had submitted one. Some of these may end up as fourth quarter points, but I am still going to utilize these. Plus, it's an opportunity for me to still get my Bitmoji out to you all. So we're going to start with Olivia Carlson. She was next up on the quote wall, and her quote is, the way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. So we are going to utilize that one. It's a really good one to keep in mind, and I will continue to be pulling some of these quotes up as well. And Olivia, you can submit your extra credit paragraph. I'm going to pull up the document that most of you guys have up as well, or at least you had up in order to find this crazy video that I am currently making, and just talk a little bit about what you are seeing. Obviously, on our daily and weekly activities, we are going to continue with your MemBean training, at least for this week. When we know more about how long we are going to be home, we will talk a little bit more about assessments, if those are going to happen, how those are going to happen. But for this week, I'm still going to have you guys do your 40 minutes of MemBean training. You can have until 3 o'clock on Friday instead of the regular 8 a.m. That gives you a little bit more time, especially if you had not started anything yesterday, since it is already Tuesday. Other things I want you doing daily, weekly, just read a book for fun, read a graphic novel, read a magazine, just read something, keep your brain active. You don't have any class responsibilities with it, but definitely make sure you're doing some reading. And most importantly, take care of yourself, get outside, get some fresh air. Don't stay cooped up in your house. I know it's really easy to get stir crazy. So definitely make sure you take care of yourself first and foremost. For today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what our essay is going to look like. It's definitely going to look different than our on-demand essay we had planned on, but I do want to get some writing practice in and still give you guys an assessment for all of the hard work you did with this particular unit. You will also be able to watch a video for an optional activity I've got in here. It's not for extra credit, it's not for a grade, just something for those of you who are interested in documenting this time of our lives. So what we're going to kind of talk about is what I want you to work on between now and then Thursday when we will meet again. Just the first part of your coming of age essay. So we're not going to do it all in one sitting. We're kind of going to break it down a little bit more, and I'm hoping to give you guys some guidance with that as well. So I'm going to move then into what you guys are going to want to have out. We all have gone over this. If you do not have this with you, if you left it at school or if you lost it, I did add this into the assignment in Google Classroom that should have sent out to you all this morning. So there is just a PDF copy of this entire packet that we had gone over together before we had left. So this is certainly going to be helpful for you guys. Some of these guidelines have since changed. It's not going to be something you're doing 2 days in class. You're going to have more time than that or less time than that, depending upon how quickly you move through it. That will be something you will be able to monitor more on your own. You will also now be able to pick your prompt. So I am sure some of you are doing a cheer if you were super excited about some prompts and super nervous about other prompts. Of the 5 prompts that are in this prompt packet, you can really pick which one you feel like you can demonstrate your knowledge of your book and your writing skills the best. So whichever of those 5 makes the most sense to you, that's what I want you guys to do. So don't worry about planning for multiple prompts for this. The other thing you will be able to use, because how could I stop you in this remote learning, is your 5-paragraph essay format. So you're certainly going to be able to utilize that as well. For today, when I kind of log off here, I want you to really just focus on the first and second and maybe the third, but really just get down some ideas for the first, second, possibly some of or all of your third paragraph. And you get some things submitted today that will give me a couple days to get some feedback for you. And then when we group together again, whatever video I send out to you guys for Thursday, I can kind of see what you've been doing and maybe what struggles you've had, and you'll have some feedback from me on what you can improve upon during our session together on Thursday. So the idea will be that by Friday at 3 o'clock, you will have submitted your 5-paragraph essay, but it's not going to be final. So I still want to give you some feedback on that. And then we'll talk about next week what that's going to look like if we're back together in the classroom, or if that will eventually turn into more of our remote learning, then I will be able to give you guys some feedback. But all of these resources, including your book and including your reader's notebook, you can certainly use on that. Okay? So what you guys are going to do when I get off here is you are going to get into Google Classroom and you will find the template for your coming of age essay assignment. You're going to obviously add in your name, your book title and author, and then whatever prompt you have chosen. Are you doing prompt 1, prompt 3, prompt 5? That is completely up to you. And then I want you to focus today on your first and second paragraph, or maybe your first, second, and third paragraph. Really those things that you want my feedback on before you move into the second part of the essay that we will start looking at on Thursday. Things to kind of remind you of and point out for this particular essay, obviously you are doing an informative, so you want to make sure you have that thesis, not a claim. We're not doing an argumentative one here. And for this particular essay, these are your reasons. So if you pick prompt 1 about the most important theme in your book, what are those 3 main reasons or 3 events that relate to that? If you pick the literary elements, what are the 3 literary elements? Those should be introduced there in that introduction. And then as you get into your first body paragraph, not really a source with this essay, but what is the event, or what is the example, or what is the literary element that you are going to focus on, okay? Remember, your supporting details can be direct quotes. They don't necessarily have to be, but they need to be specific. Remember, this is in place of a test, so you are showing me you did the reading and you understand the concepts in your book through your writing. So you want to make sure you're really specific in here. As always, send me an email between now and Thursday. Anything that doesn't make sense, send me 10 emails, whatever it is that makes sense to you. If you feel like you want to have a conversation with me and you want to set up some type of video chat, I'm happy to do that. So we are going to figure all of this out together, and I hope to hear from you all soon and see some of those faces. Have a great day, guys, and do your